Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 56 of my Khalida campaign. We're fighting another Skaven army, and they've got a lot of death globes. Look at how many death globes. I think they've got 5 units of death globes and 1 unit of poison wing globadiers. We're sending our constructs in because sending the infantry in is just like basically suicide. I mean, it's bad enough for the constructs, so our infantry is hidden in the forest over here defending the Casket of Souls, while our constructs go to town. So we smash straight into the Skaven line with everything we've got. We're going to need to try and break through the Storm Vermin and start hacking to pieces the Death Globe Bombardiers. Stop them from throwing crap at us. Our left flank is being almost entirely held up by one Soul Tomb Scorpion, who is fighting 2 units. 1 Storm Vermin, 1 Sensor Bearer. We're trying to target down the death globes with our archers, but it's not having a huge amount of effect because they have 110 armour. So that's fun. However, the Skaven centre has completely collapsed as our Ushabti make themselves known. Although several units of Ushabti have taken horrendous damage. This unit over here has taken a lot of fire. But backed up by a Tomb Scorpion, they have managed to break the Skaven right flank, or left flank, their left flank. Stalkers and some of our Nehekaran warriors engaging another unit of Storm Vermin. And our Ushabti with great bows are opening fire to try and back the Tomb Scorpion up. So every so often you'll see some of these Storm Vermin and Sensor Bearers just explode. It's about the only thing that's going to help him out at the moment because the rest of our units are busy chasing down Death Globe Bombardiers. Another unit of Ushabti just chasing them down. And see Skaven scattering all over the place. Some units coming back to the fight. There's a unit heading up towards a unit of skeleton archers. That's less than ideal. See Skaven fleeing off in the distance. A unit of Rat Ogres coming back to the fight. Charging some Ushabti. They're going to get cut down pretty quickly. Death Globe Bombardiers fleeing off into the distance. The Skaven General, their warlord Cephas, is fighting Hetekor. More death globes being thrown. However, I think Hetekor has beaten him. There he goes. Cephas is running away, as is the majority of his army. We took a bit more damage than I'd like, but we still won, which is good, because we need to deal with Skrolk. So we did take quite a lot of damage during that battle, but we healed up quite nicely because they didn't actually manage to kill many of the Ushabti. So any unit that is damaged at the end of the fight but hasn't been killed will obviously regenerate its entire health, which means a lot of these units looking a lot better than they did during the battle, which is good. Although I'm still going to take the replenishment. And off, what's his face runs Cyprus. Can we just finish you off now? I'm going to save this first, just to be on the safe side. I'm okay with that. We'll take the replenishment as well. So Cyprus is dead. Good attacker. Good. It's fine. Okay, now we need to head back south as quickly as possible because Skrolk is encroaching on the Blood Swamp. And that's bad because poor King Rakesh has only just gotten over the sniffles. Oh dear. So rights-wise, I mean, maybe... Do I want the Great Incantation of Geheb? It lasts for 10 turns. It's got 25... I mean, I quite like this because the Tomb Swarm ability is very, very nice. So I think I'm going to do that again. So let's do the Great Incantation of Geheb. We could have gone for the Sandstorm one, which would have damaged Skrolk. But I think that the Tomb Swarm is going to be better if they lay siege. Because if they lay siege, they'll be coming through the gates, they'll be massed up. One Tomb Swarm could do a crap ton of damage. So if they do attack, we still stand a chance of surviving, even with this very, very battered army. And of course, Lamizach is only, what, 2 turns away? So, it's not great, but he should be able to reach there in time, I hope. Fingers crossed. Over back in the old world, we finished off Fator, or we dealt him a fatal blow. That didn't really work. So we're just going to finish him off. Boop. You're booped. Very nice. Let's take the replenishment, because we don't really need the Colopic jars. We could lay siege to Marienburg. Do I want to do that? I can't. Yeah, I guess. Oh, well. We're going to get rebellion, but to be honest, I think that doesn't really matter. So we'll lay siege to Marine. Oh, we can just auto-resolve that. Boom. So Marienburg is now under our control. We will occupy that. Works for me. I mean, we could get Gorsel. We don't really need it. I do need Grungzint. I might just burn that to the ground. Although, by the looks of it, that will happen anyway. So we might be fine there. Works for me. Peter Andre is currently defending Helmgart because we've got Chaos wandering around down here. Kolek Suneater himself, I think, is around here somewhere. I think all these are Skaven ruins now. I think they belong to the Skaven Blight faction. They seem to have captured the vast... Ooh, although... No, that's just... I thought they'd taken Magritta. They haven't. They're just standing outside. So I think a lot of this is currently Skaven territory. We can probably tell that if we go to... Vampiric Corruption, Chaos Corruption, Skaven Corruption. Yes, I would say probably they own all these provinces. Which kind of makes sense. That's only fine. I only need Musalon. That's all I really need. Strategic location for the vampire counts. Oh, yes, of course, because it is the cursed city of Bretonnia. So I think what I need to do is we will have a rebellion here. I need to fight that off. So let's get some... We could get pot. I think I've already got pots. Have I got pots? I've got pots. I don't have furs. That's the only thing I don't have. Have I even got elven trinkets? I've literally got everything but furs. Go me. So Khalida probably needs to head northward, but we're going to have to hold on to Altdorf first. So rebellion will spawn somewhere around here. We will deal with that. Otherwise, who's this? Ogak. Ogak, you are going down. I mean, let's just build siege towers. I don't need Zufbar. It would be nice to have... Oh, hello. Oh, the dwarves are pushing. The dwarves are going to push the greenskins out of the mountains. Fantastic. They've finally actually done something. Ha. Good to see. And the exiles. Is that all you've got? You've got 7 settlements. Where are they? Oh, jeez, are they scattered all over the place? Let's go have a look. Right, so you've got the Plain of Spiders. Ugh. Is that where you start? I think that's probably where they start. They've got Rakdu Gorge, but a lot of this belongs to the Cult of Pleasure. But they do have 7 settlements. Where? I think you own the ones over there. For some reason... Can we get a military alliance? Nice. Now we can actually see where that... What the hell? I mean, that is border gore, is it not? I mean, why the hell have you got this? What? Okay, well that's good. Military access. Yes. Lovely. So at least we can now see a little bit of what's going on down here. Address me as Your Highness. So they've got a fair few armies dotted around. There's Katep himself. They've got Dragax End. They've also got some cities over here, although this one is under siege by Skaven rebels, apparently. They got they've got Caron Car and Slaver's Point. Fair enough. It's okay, I guess. A lot of this... So there must be Skaven around here somewhere. I guess is it Tretch Craventail? He spawned around here somewhere, so I guess so. It looks like a bit of a three-way battle between the Exiles, the Cult of Pleasure, and Craventail. Although it looks like the Cult of Pleasure certainly have the upper hand. Although it seems to be that at least it's keeping them slightly busy. What I want to know is who owns Ulthuan. I think that's probably falling quite quickly to... So I think the red is Tekalis, which means he owns... Yeah, not much of Ulthuan anymore. That does mean that the Cult of Pleasure might decide to invade the Old World at some point. So, kind of need to finish off before they do that. Otherwise I'll be fighting wave upon wave of sodding Dark Elves. Okay, so Haparos, where are you? You're down here. Okay, so let's give you increased mobility, because that's going to help there. Corruption is actually okay. It's not too bad. That is manageable. That's looking pretty good. You've got one more turn, and then King Foktem is ready to Foktem up. We're laying siege to Karakadrin. We've got a siege tower. Do I want to do that now? Isabel is in attendance.
To war for Nehekara.
I don't think we're going to need more than one siege tower, to be honest.
Nehekara will be mine.
So Vlad's last holdout in the east, defended by Isabella. We've got a couple of siege towers, but mostly we're just going to kick the door in and kill everyone inside. The classic tactic, really. So in come the siege towers, infantry behind. There's a lot of ghouls and grave guard, and all manner of things. Just waiting beyond the gate. We get a nice purple sun being cast in the midst. That's going to do a lot of damage. Look as their health just collapses. Oh, good work. Who was that? Aros? 139 kills. That's respectable. Then we're going to bring out a Tomb Swarm again. That's going to make me feel really itchy, but also kill a lot of Graveguard and ghouls. We've already cleared out quite a large section of the enemy army. We've killed over 200. Not bad, seeing as we haven't even actually smashed the gate down yet, although the enemy has opened the gate, which has left some of our units moving through the gate, which means they then stop attacking the gate. So, I hate it when that happens. Anyway, archers opening fire, lots of zombies on the walls, getting acupuncture sessions. It's nice for them. So they're going down. Our Tomb Guard, of course, come out onto the wall. Hacking stuff to pieces. More zombies. I mean, they're throwing zombies at our Tomb Guard. That's not going to last very long. However, they have slightly sturdier infantry defending the gate. Although our Tomb Scorpion is snipping his way through. He's managed to sneak through the gate and is now going to do his thing of just leaping around and therefore end up in the middle of sodding nowhere. Another pit of, not pit of souls, pit of shades even, bits of purple sun instead. A purple sun coming out that. I mean, look at all these corpses on the ground here. Very nice. What is Aros up to now? Where is he? Aros, 339 kills. Very, very respectable. Isabella's in the midst of the fighting. I want to point out this is with the less blood effects mod. I think how bad it'd be with the blood effect, with just no mod, just the full blood effects. Because Isabella, again, her makeup is looking awful. I mean, she must put real effort into her hair, and I guess again she looks like the Joker. It's not a strong look. I mean, unless you are the Joker, in which case I guess it's fine. So finally, the gate is going to come down. Finally, the gate now is now. Finally, the gate is going to. Finally, the gate is going. No, I thought it was. No, it's fine. doesn't matter. I mean, we're already through the gate anyway, and most of the things beyond the gate are now, well, smushed. Finally, the gate comes down. There we go. Knew it was going to happen eventually. More units of Graveguard moving up to try and plug the breach, or maybe just running away from the Tomb Swarm, who really knows. Either way, they're going to end up embroiled in combat. We're moving units down from the wall, so our Tomb Guard, we've got Halbards and Tomb Guard with Sword and Shield. And these units are going to move in as well as soon as the wall is now clear of enemies. So lots of Graveguard just being hacked to pieces. Isabella, of course, is proving like her better half. Quite resilient. Where is she? Where's Panda? Oh, there she is. There she is, flapping around. Looks like she's trying to take on Satep for all the good that's going to do her. Just going to give him a little charge, but yeah, I mean, the undead are, because Isabella is nearby, quite resilient. So despite the fact that they've taken horrendous damage, and they're down to, yeah, I mean, we've pretty much wiped them out. Despite that, they're still not crumbling, although we have now cast Soul Blight, and I think we're going to mix that up with a, what's the spell that reduces leadership? Was it Soul Drain? Something like that? No, who knows. So we've been casting that on them as well, trying to make them break. Oh yeah, there we go, Doom and Darkness, there we go, minus 16 leadership. So as you can see, a lot of these units now suffering from negative leadership, which means they're going to start taking damage. I mean, you know, in between the damage that had come from being smacked around the head by, you know, Satep or a Tomb Scorpion or a Stalker or what have you. There's the Hyro Titan. The Hyro Titan had got left outside. Units attacking the gate. Stop attacking the gate when the gate opens. Lovely. So he's only just got stuck in. So he's only killed... I mean, 39 is fairly respectable. It's not bad. Isabella still trying to fight on, although she's not going to last much longer. We've been... Soul Siphon? The single target damage spell. We've been doing that. We've been doing that on her because the Hyro Titan can use one of it. And then Aros, of course, has a whole bunch of Winds of Magic, thanks to all of our Winds of Magic buildings and research and abilities, all that kind of stuff. So Isabella is going to go down very hard, and most of our army is now pretty much dead. I think the last few holdouts are here, and they are in the midst of losing the last of their leadership. 43, 37. Oh, it's just bumping around. 37. I mean, they should. They're up against a Tep and a Kemrian War Sphinx. I really have to wonder, being the other side of this, if I was fighting a War Sphinx, how the sodding hell would I stop the thing? Because it's just a... I mean, I guess preferably from long range. Really long. I'm like thinking another continent would be the best bet. There we go, the enemy army is crumbling. And Isabella should be going down very soon as well. Maligning her ruined makeup, no doubt. So there's Isabella out for the count. Get it? Because, anyway. So that's Isabella down again, and we finished. I think that's the last settlement that Vlad has in the east. So the rest of the settlement should be over to the west and the north. So I don't want to hold Karakadjan. I'm just going to raise it. And King Satep has got regeneration. We're not going there again. I don't care what else he has. So we're going to send him back to Waldenhof, and I'm hoping the dwarves can finish off. I mean, I'll probably take Zufbar because I've got Karag Dromar and Oakenhammer, but the dwarves are more than welcome to the rest. In fact, can I... Look at me, I'm trustworthy.
Onward. Welcome, friends of the Dowie.
How about a military alliance? How about if I give you some money for it? How about, like, I don't know, 20k?
All right.
There we go. Very nice. Lovely. So now maybe we can get you to kind of head north, Thorgrim. You can go and reclaim all your dwarven holds to the north. The south is mine, but you can have everything to the north. And who else do we have? I think, where's Bretonia? Bretonia, there you are.
Champion of the let the supplicant come
Nope,
forward.
you still don't like us all that much, despite the fact that we've single-handedly saved you from Vlad, but sure, and obviously the Chaos as well. So King Satep has a skill point. What would you like? I think we're going to go with Blade Master. Blade Master sounds good to me. And we're laying siege to Zufbar. If I wait for a siege tower, 2 turns, maybe I can get... Can I get Belagar over here to come back me up? I mean, it's a bit of a... It's a big ask. Can you come and hit that for me? Come and join in, maybe. That might be fun. Finally, we're allies with the dwarves. I knew it would happen eventually. Okay, we're going okay here. Can we build anything? No, because we're only level 3 settlement. Rubbish. But growth is quite high, so we should be fine. I'm half tempted to push into Bretonia and grab Musalon now, but I just need walls. I mean, let's just go and finish up. So Lamizash, you're gonna have Soul Reaper. No, yes, Soul Reaper.
My will be done.
Foktem, you're going to have Arcane Conduit because that's always nice. Hetekor, you are going to grab Tomb Strike. That's what you're going to have.
Submit.
And we've got to rush southward because I don't want to lose the Blood Swamps. Menkaus, you're going to have upgrade Banishment because that's a nice one. And we've got Commandment, so let's go for the Worship of Asaph. That's not going to save us from rebelling, but I think Khalida's more than capable of dealing with a tiny little rebellion.
An audience. Very well. Have you spoken to my cousin?
He probably hasn't. You want me to join your war against the Skaven, and you're going to give me, ooh, a whole 1,000 gold. No. And Bracky Scum? Excuse you, mate. Okay, so we've had a rebellion pop up. That should be no problem. We can easily stamp that out. And then I'm hoping that public order in the Reichland should be okay. Again, we haven't seen Archeon for a while. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's wounded or if he's like in the Northern Empire. I don't really have much sort of vision about what's going on up north. Don't lay siege, don't lay siege. What did I say? I said don't lay siege. What did you do? You laid siege. Okay, we're going to have to rush southward and try and relieve the Blood Swamp.
As long as this serves Lebaras, I will heal.
You want a non-aggression pact? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I don't want your territory. Oh my god, there's 2 armies of Skaven. That is... This is not good. This is very bad. So we've had a rebellion. Khazrak One Eye has been spotted. There he is. Hiding in Bretonia.
One's rule.
There's Kazrak. The Blood Swamps is under siege. That's very bad. Okay, let's quickly deal with this rebellion. Just wipe that out nice and quick. Let's take replenishment just to make sure we're in tip-top condition. Holzdorf is, I think, going to be fine. Let's upgrade Eelhart. And we'll get growth there as well. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy. We're going to move north. Oh, look. Vlad's back. What a surprise. Our tip, you've hit top rank. You are our top Lich Priest. Our Lich Priest in the know, you're a specialist. And we are going to go and finish Grungzint. Let's just burn that to the ground.
This is no shrine.
It is not. Going to, there we go. That's one less Vlad territory. Now Vlad.
On thy knees.
Shut up, Vlad. You've only got one settlement left. Excellent. Okay, so we need to settle Musalon. So we're going to march through the territory over here. We don't care about that. We're going to go and grab Musalon as soon as possible. Everything else is moot. We also need to hold on to the Vampire Coast because to complete the long campaign victory conditions we need to destroy Vlad, which we've only got one mortal settlement to deal with. And we also need to hold all of these settlements, one of which of course is Musalon, which we don't have at the moment. And another of which is the Blood Swamps, which we might lose in a minute. So, yeah. That's...
Stench of failure.
This is not the best. Okay, quick, Lemizash, you're heading south as quickly as possible. We need to hold on to the Blood Swamp, or if we lose it, we need to retake it. But that's going to be difficult if we've got two of these sodding armies there. Oh, this is the worst. I should have... Could I still? Just in case. Right, you lot, goodbye. And you. And you. Go on, get lost. Strategist, disciplined, yep. Correct, you're in. Go into the... Okay, stay out there. Right, first things first, you're getting them because they're immediately and cheap. And then we're going to grab... that's going to take 2 turns. Screw it. All Ushabti. Do I want to take Ushabti? Do I want to do that? That's 3 turns. 1 turn, 1 turn, 1 turn. I mean... My primary problem is those death globes. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, worst case, we lose. No, I don't want to do that. Do I? I want to do that. I do want to do that. Let's do that. Scales of Steed, Returned in Madness, and that. Sure. Just in case we lose Blood Swamp. Because that might be a thing that happens. Gordon Ramsay, you've got a skill point. You're doing Gordon's work. You're doing Jeff's work, is what you're doing. Soul Shaper, we'll do that. And I think I'm fairly happy. So Vlad's got 1 more settlement. We can grab Musalon, but we then might lose the Blood Swamp. If Skrolk doesn't attack this turn, we should be okay. Don't. Shit. Okay. This is fine.
Of course.
Not to put any undue pressure on myself here, but if we lose the Blood Swamps, that would be very annoying. I mean, it won't be the end of the world, but it will certainly be a little bit irritating, considering that I think we're within a turn of winning, and to lose the Blood Swamps would mean more effort. However, the enemy army is, yeah, pretty big. Lots of reinforcements coming in. We've got Skrolk and large numbers of sensor bearers and storm vermin heading up to the wall, which is defended by the few tattered remnants of my army. Those that didn't succumb to the sniffles. However, we do have some abilities to use. So in comes the barrage that's going to cut through these plague sensor bearers. Very nice. The Kemrian Wall Sphinx and Rakash have come thundering out of the gate and are currently stood in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. There we go. Finally, they've decided to change. There we go. So basically, we're going to harass this portion of the enemy army because our defences are not going to hold against this many sodding Skaven. Now comes a Tombstorm. That's going to be very, very nice. There we go. So that's going to be doing some damage to these Plague Monks and Storm Vermin. Lots and lots of damage if we can do it. So the Kemrian War Sphinx and Rakash are dealing some damage. We have to be careful though because they do not have a lot of health. We have managed to use his Resurrect ability to heal up some of the units at the gate. But already, our Nehekaran... I mean, we've only got 3 Nehekaran warriors here. How well they're going to do against the Plague Monk sensor bet is, yeah, limited. Anyway, so we're continuing to do as much damage as possible. In comes a very nice banishment. Look at that. That's going to cause horrendous damage on these very blobbed up Skaven units. Very nice work. Coataman, of course. There he goes. 206 kills. And Skrolk's decided to come off the wall for some reason. So, Snippy boys, go and cut his head off if you could. That would be lovely. If we can kill Skrolk, that'll be a huge boon to us. It might even win us the battle. So lots of damage done to the Skaven there. We might just be able to hold. Maybe. We've done a lot of damage, so our units have a chance. I mean, to be honest, I'm expecting them just to hold up for as long as possible. Hopefully long enough for our Tomb Scorpions to deal with Skrolk, and then we can move the Tomb Scorpions back to hold the line. Our gate here is defended by a few Stalkers, some Ushabti, and the gate, as you can see, is coming down thanks to some Rat Ogres. We're trying to get the War Sphinxes back inside the city because we're being harassed by Hell-Pit Abominations and we're a bit low on health, so we need to get out of there as soon as possible. Over the other side of the city, the garrison forces, what's left of them, are currently trying to battle a whole bunch of Storm Vermin to stop them from getting into the city. And a few archers, what's left of them, just opening fire on the Warp Lightning Cannon, trying to take that out. Skaven are getting onto the wall where we don't have defences or defenders because, you know, we only have so many units. The gate has gone down, so the Rat Ogres are going to get in. Lots of units now moving towards the gate. Rakash is not looking in a good place. He's lost a lot of health. We need to get him back into the city. If we lose him, we'll be in trouble. Fortunately, he does manage to get away. He managed to barrel his way through the Rat Ogres, and our Stalkers are going to move to intercept the Hell-Pit Abominations before they can catch up. In they go. They're going to hold them at bay along with the rest of the Skaven army. Skaven still have a lot of reinforcements waiting to move in. Our forces on the wall are being cut down fairly quickly, although they are holding on. I mean, we've only got 22 Tomb Guard. They've already killed 65, 66 of the enemy coming over the walls. Some units, I think these are trying to flank us. Yep. We have managed to finish off Skrolk. He's now dead. That has, of course, had a detrimental effect on the enemy army's morale. Our garrison forces are continuing to hold. Some units now fleeing. Now the units will flee into the city. Some Rat Ogres fleeing there. We have had to pull Ushabti, which were being kept in the at the city centre for defence purposes off the city centre, because we just need every unit we've got is going to be important if we're going to hold the city. The battle at the gate is continuing. We've thrown in Khemerian War Sphinx and Rakash again. He is trying to heal himself, but we also can't just leave him back. We do need to get him in there to help out the fight. Pashidu's getting in here as well. He's got some buffs he can use, so he's going to, well, debuffs anyway, so he's going to debuff the enemy. A lot of the enemy army currently fleeing away from the gate, having met stiffer resistance than they thought. I bet they thought everyone would be dead of the plague, but no, we are skeletons, so only some of us died of the plague for some reason. Tomb Guard still fighting on, 24 kills there, very nice. However, our Tomb Guard on the wall have fallen. That does mean our Tomb Scorpions are now basically the only thing between this large mob of Skaven and the city centre. Lightning cannons continue to open fire. We've got another unit of Storm Vermin hacking down our Tomb Guard there. Our garrison forces are still holding the gate. There is a lot of Storm Vermin currently clustered outside. However, this is going to help. I'm going to drop a lovely little Tomb Swarm right on top of their heads. As you can see, that's going to start eating away at their health. And they aren't going to be able to retreat away from it. So that's very nice. And then we're also going to drop Banishment. Oh, I thought so, a Pit of Shade. Banishment, and that, you see that cuts through those Skaven. Just dices them, goes through these reinforcing Skaven as well. A lot of dead Storm Vermin there, and the gate has held just about. Lots of Storm Vermin now fleeing away from the city. It's even going to cut through some of this unit of Storm Vermin as well. I say, Quaterman has been instrumental. He's racked up 427 kills already. Some Rat Ogres are currently eating my Screaming Skull Catapult, but I've got no one to send to defend it, so that's a thing that's happening. The main gate is still holding. Some more Hellpot Abominations trying to break through, more Death Runners. And what I haven't noticed is this unit of Death Runners heading for the city centre. I did have some Nehekaran Horsemen, but they've had to be pulled off to deal with some of the units fleeing down my left flank, because obviously any units fleeing could well rally and then come back, and I don't need that. I don't need to try and defend the city, but I haven't noticed this because they stalk, so I can't see these Death Runners. The only thing I start to notice is that my victory point is now becoming slightly more red. So we still managed to hold. The Skaven numbers are dropping. Still lots of units up on this wall. They're still fighting. These Tomb Guard have done fantastic work. They've only just gone down. They held the wall for an extraordinarily long time. However, that does mean that this mob of Skaven now has nothing to stop them apart from a single Tomb Scorpion. The garrison gate is continuing to hold. Another unit of Storm Vermin trying to break through, but the Ushabti, or yeah, just one Ushabti, oh, he's dead. So the Tomb Prince is basically the only thing now holding off this entire mob of Storm Vermin. Not ideal. We're trying to deal with this unit of Storm Vermin up on the wall. Another Tomb Swarm coming out here. That's going to do some lovely damage. The Tomb Scorpion has been pushed back into a corner. But hopefully this Tomb Swarm should do enough damage. A lot of these units now very close to breaking. Lots of units fleeing off into the distance. Pashidu is on the other side of the gate, almost dead, but still fighting a Hell Pit Abomination one-on-one. He does not give a shit, does he? He's like, no, I'm going to... Come on. Stab him. Good work, Pashidu. You're doing Jeff's work. With the gate secure, we can now career our War Sphinxes into these units of Skaven trying to attack us from the rear. The other Tomb Scorpion is getting in the mix. The unit of Plague Monks has come off the wall but immediately broken, as has the rest of the army. Amazingly, we have managed to hold the city. And that Tomb Prince managed to hold the garrison gate all by himself. That is pretty amazing. We have managed to win the siege. I didn't think we'd manage that. And just to make sure that we stay in control of the city, we're going to start chasing down some of these routing Skaven. Particularly with my Nehekaran horsemen, as they chase them back down the street into the waiting arms of my War Sphinx and King Satep.
I'm brave, but not now.
Retreat! Surrender!
I'll fight another time.
There we go, no problem. Wasn't worried for a second. Might need to replace some of these units. That's fine. Let's take the replenishment. I think we might need it.
Leave me in power.
On the plus side, we will get replenishment come the beginning of next turn, so our army will look in, well, slightly better. Well, it looks slightly better. I mean, not great, because obviously some of the units just got wiped out, especially the Tomb Guard on the walls got absolutely torn to shreds. Okay, so the Greenskins have got a war. I mean, that's not really our problem, although they are up here somewhere. That's still not our problem, really. It'd be nice to take Zufbar, but I'm not overly concerned about it. What we do need to do is finish off Vlad. Oh, we got a saucy bard, apparently. The Skeletons love a saucy bard. Sapper, brave, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Ah, it's just not worth killing Vlad again. You know what, I don't want it. So the Von Karsteins are dead. And Khalida is a slaughterer. Carnage and butchery itself are meat and drink to this one. Death on a grand scale provides their sustenance. Enemy siege holdout time -2.
Asaf is beloved.
Indeed he is. That's not a, well, I don't really care. Worst case they land. I mean, we could we? What are they like? I reckon we got this. Yeah, no problem. Dead. That replenishment. It's always difficult to know how sea battles are going to go. Menkaus, you can have a skeletal steed. Very nice. Okay, so back in Lustra, we've managed to see off Skrolk. However, I have no doubt he will give it another shot, given half the chance. Shall we maybe try and lure him into an ambush? We could potentially just pop down here. We'll probably get spotted, but I mean, worst case they run away. We've got another army being recruited over here because God knows we probably sodding need it. Can we just assassinate this agent? 48% chance. You know what would be better? Can we assassinate? No, we're out of range. Alright, just try this one then. Failure. Well, yeah, okay. Fine. And then obviously we are moving towards Musalon. So that's just, we're going to take some attrition, but it's not too much of a... So we should be able to grab that next turn. King Rakash. You are going to have... I don't know. Blade... no. Woundmaker. That's what you're going to have. And Pashidu... I mean, God, Pashidu, you were... What a guy. I mean, maybe over my dead body for the health points he might bloody need. I mean, he was fighting a Hell Pit Abomination one-on-one. That is pretty impressive. Impressive stuff. Should we get Exorcism? We're not really going to know. Just pointless, isn't it? Completely pointless. They're not going to do that. Light of Battle? Yeah. Net of Amintok? Well, I guess. Let's get Piles Protection. Who else? Prince Araru. He can be embalmed. Enjoy. and Prince Deskhead. Still no sight of Archaon. I have no idea where he's gone. No sight of Kolek either. Did Kolek die? He might have got crumped by the Wood Elves. Maybe the Wood Elves saw him off. Oh well, works for me. Okay, so this should be the last turn, assuming nothing bad happens. Is Belegar coming to help? He might be coming to help. Or he might be doing his own thing. Oh, there's Wurzag and his War.
Bow before a queen, and I might consider mercy.
Hello, Skrolk. You want a peace treaty. You bit off more than you could chew, didn't you? Dry bones are so tasteless, we need tastier food. Yes, yes. Well, no. No. Are you going to try and get away, Boilrin? That's a shame. Because you're dead now. And we're going to take the replenishment. That's revenge. Got another army heading north. But oh, there's Clan Rictus. Yeah, they must have a lot of these territories down here. Yeah, all ruins.
Your offer better be worth my time.
Hello, Clan Mulder. I'm actually quite impressed that all the Skaven factions seem to have survived. Well, apart from Queek, but then I killed him, so. Non-aggression and payment. You are at war with the dwarves, though, so no. Absolutely not. So we have spotted Wurzag. Lamizash has been spotted himself. Boilrin was killed. King Rakash is a superior attacker. Looks like Skrolk has...
Not enough warpstone.
Yeah, Skrolk died, so Greer is leading what's left of his army. Looks like he's got away. But that's fine. Oh, apparently the Hunters of Kurnos, the Cult of Pleasure, have paid them to attack us. That's nice. The dwarves are moving. I think Belegar is moving to assist us. I think, but he's not in range. But if we just go and resettle Musalon. Campaign complete. Victory. Victory in a world of chaos, a time of heroes, and age of war. You have overcome every challenge laid before you, faced down every foe bent upon your destruction. This strange and dangerous realm, riven with blood, bloodshed and slaughter, twisted beyond sanity by the warping powers of chaos, has seen the founding of many a mighty empire, yet yours remains triumphant and unconquered, victorious in defiance of all. So there we go. Victory. Long campaign victory. We killed all the vampires. Go Khalida. I mean, kind of had to be done. That was a long campaign though. So enjoy the records of the campaign. And up next will be the Beastmen, so that's nice. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.